Hello and welcome back to my channel. I woke up today and the first thought I thought was I want to sleep a bit more. But the second thought I thought today was I'm going to film a foundation wear test review, because my last foundation review it was awful. The product was so bad I didn't even wear test it because it did not look good. Save your money, don't buy it. I have a couple of foundations that I could be testing, but I picked out this one today, and it is the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. And the reason I picked this up was because I became a fan of the original matte powder foundation. If I wear a foundation on a daily basis, it's very likely that it's this. Will the liquid be as good, worse, equal? Let's find out. If you would like to see whether the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation looks nice, wears nice on an oily, acne-prone skin, then all you have to do is keep on watching. Just a little background, no, I'm not becoming one of those YouTubers that buys 6 foundation shades to find the perfect match. No. I went on House of Fraser and I just happened to see this foundation and I had no idea what shade to get. I went onto foundation.com. I use this kind of as a guide to help me out figure out the shade of foundation I need to be buying, and it suggested medium beige. The name didn't seem right, but I wanted to trust that website because 9 out of 10 it works. It matches me quite nicely. Even if it's just a little bit too light, just a little bit too dark, it's usually okay. But when this arrived, never in a million years. I swatched it and realized this will definitely be too dark for me, and I got another shade. This one is fairly light, the same exact shade that I have in my powder foundation. However, this is a little bit too light, so I'll just have to mix. But if this foundation is nice, I'll use this up and get my accurate shade. Speaking of nice, let's see what we are looking for with this foundation. The Original Liquid Mineral Foundation from Bare Minerals cost £31, and from what I can see on their website, there's 30 shades. Let's see what it is. Less ingredients, more results, a new original. This liquid foundation is inspired by our iconic and #1 best-selling Original Loose Mineral Foundation. Ooh, that might mean that it's very glowy, but we shall see. Which is made with minimal ingredients for coverage that improves the appearance of skin over time. The next generation clean vegan foundation is made with half the ingredients of other foundations. There's a star, we might have to read what they mean by that. And without silicone, parabens, talc or oil, it instantly minimizes the look of pores, redness and imperfections, and is proven to improve the look of bare skin in as little as 4 weeks. Skin improving coverage, our light as air medium coverage foundation with a naturally luminous finish provides a no makeup look and feel. It wears all day without clogging pores, causing breakouts or settling into fine lines, while mineral-based SPF protects from damaging UV and UB rays, available in 30 shades that flatter every skin type and tone, from loose powder to liquid. Every foundation type is unique, so always be sure to use our shade finder tool or book a virtual or in-person consultation to find your perfect match. Based on weighted average of non-colorant ingredients, alright, okay, so the stars was based on weighted average of non-colorant ingredients for NPD US Top 20 Foundations FY19, based on a 4-week US clinical study of 61 subjects. And the reason why apparently I will fall in love with it is clinically tested in just 4 weeks. Up to 20% reduction in the look of redness, 100% showed visible improvement in pore size and skin redness, clean, healthy formula, cruelty-free and vegan-free of parabens, silicone, talc, chemical sun creams, oil, gluten and more, 88 naturally derived blah blah blah. It's just basically the bee's knees. Makeup so pure and clean you can sleep in it. I don't plan to, but thanks for letting me know. They wrote so much, my mouth is starting to hurt. So rather than reading that, let's just zoom it in and let's try this out on the skin. As mentioned earlier, I've got two shades. One medium beige, number 12, and fairly light, number 3. I'm going to swatch them both really quickly. I mean, I already swatched them before. This does come in a very interesting packaging, pressured thing. Actually, I just read that it does say shake well before applying. So let's do that. I mean, the medium beige could be like, dare I say, my contour shade. I'm going to have my palette and I'm going to pump out 2 big pumps of fairly light and 1 big pump of the medium beige. There we go. About 1/3 of what's on my palette is on my face, and the first tool I'm using is the sponge. I'm taking just the tiniest little bit from my jaw. Okay, the results are in. This is one side of my face with 1 layer of the foundation on, applied with a sponge in comparison to my bare face. And this is what I expected from the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics foundation. This looks very natural, very thin on the skin. I can sort of feel it on the skin, but it's not heavy. The coverage is light. For me, this is not medium. It's not really hiding my spots. It just evened me out ever so slightly. It does have that sort of Bare Minerals glow where it does have like a pearly sort of pigment inside. So far, not bad. I'm hoping that if I leave it for a little bit and it sets, I will be able to build the coverage slightly, because with the Bare Minerals foundation, the original, you can build it and it does, you can almost get it to a full coverage. Like, you can sort of get a solid high coverage out of that. So maybe I won't be with this, but at least like my kind of medium. But let's see, maybe a brush will be better. I'm going to take the buffing brush from Real Techniques. This is what the Jaclyn Hill blurring tint, whatever, wanted to be, and it wasn't. It looks fine with a brush, not my favourite way, but it does work. So if you prefer a brush, if you're not a sponge person, you hate the texture, or you don't have anywhere to wet it or whatever, for whatever reason, if you are more inclined to be using a brush, then it does still work. This is the other side of my face with 1 layer of the foundation on, applied with a brush in comparison to my bare face. It looks nice. I do prefer the sponge side. It just makes like an even, like a slightly more even layer, and it doesn't get stuck in my acne scarring when I dab it with a sponge. I'm a little bit worried that it's not going to build. Let's see, will it? I've got a sponge and I'm applying a little bit more. This side should have definitely set by now, and it does build a little bit. I can somewhat agree that it does give you a medium coverage. I used all of the products, so 3 pumps in total all over my face. Let's see if it looks nice, if it works well with other formulas and other products. The longer it sits on my skin, the more I'm like, this could be good. Okay, let me conceal my eyes. I'm taking Revolution Conceal and Define. It's my go-to. Okay, yep, already learning something. This, once it's set, doesn't like to be touched with a wet sponge, so I'll probably have to use a brush. Not my favorite. I do prefer to use a wet sponge when I can, but again, not a big deal, not a deal breaker, that's for sure. Time to try cream contour, and I'm using Fenty Butter Biscuits. Will that disrupt the base? I know I'm using a brush, but maybe this motion will not work. No, it looks amazing. I'm getting so excited because I got good foundation. Okie dokie. Okay, time to powder a little bit. I'm going to start with my under eyes, and I'm using the Kimchi Puff Puff Pass as my powder today. You know, it's a beautiful moment when you actually see you're getting your money's worth from makeup. So I did powder it down. I do look a bit powdery, but that's okay. My natural oils will come through. I applied it with a wet sponge, so it's not like sitting on my skin. That looks pretty. The one thing I'm noticing is that it does, it like looks a little bit weird on my mustache, but like, look at me. Look at me. It is 10:03, almost 10:04, so let's just say 10 o'clock. Let's wear this baby because it looks so pretty and I want it to work so bad. I'm gonna go off camera, finish my makeup off, and I shall see you on my first check-in. Okay, hour number 3, because I went for a walk and then I started editing and completely forgot that I'm actually wearing something on my face. So this is what my face looks like at hour number 3. Like I said, I went for a walk and it's raining today and it's really cold, so I had my hood up and everything, because, and I'm saying that because I can see the rub off on my chin area, like a significant amount, so that's not good. And on my chin, I feel like that has rubbed off a lot. Same with my forehead, to be honest. Hopefully you can see some patchiness there, but I'm actually really impressed with how it's sort of holding up here and there. It's not good that it's gone patchy, but realistically it has gone patchy because it's raining and I've been touching my face when I was on the walk. I don't know. Is it worth £31? Probably not. But I'm gonna keep going because I actually like it. I do. But I think I'm gonna stick with my powder one. I don't know. That's my sort of thoughts after the 3 hours. Let's see. It's only gonna go downhill from here. But we have to test it, we have to check it out, we have to make sure. So I shall see you in a couple more hours to see what I look like then. Hour number 7, and I'm about to go in the bath, so I just want to take a quick check-in before this might get ruined. As you can see, my forehead is shiny, but I do have to say this has come off very gradually, very lightly, very naturally, which is really, really nice. It's not the most coverage foundation, it's not the most long lasting, but it's actually really, really nice and it's very comfortable. So if you are looking for something very like natural and very just like every day, I reckon people like would get on this. I don't think I'll make any more check-ins because realistically this does not look the best, and it's not really on my skin that much anymore. But I personally like this foundation. I will use up my foundations for sure. However, if I were to make a choice between the powder foundation and this, I would definitely pick the powder foundation. I do feel like that one lasts, on my skin at least, a little bit longer. I do like them both. I just prefer the powder, even though I'm not really a powder person at all. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed that. I hope you didn't mind just 2 quick check-ins. But please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best.